In today's video, we take a look at the Hopslam clone versus Bell's 2018 Hopslam. Welcome back, everybody. So we are going to compare my Hopslam clone to Bell's Hopslam, the actual one that you can buy in the store. So if you haven't been following this series, I'll put a card up, but this is the Hopslam clone bought from the Bell's store. And obviously this Hopslam is also bought from the Bell's store. The actual Hopslam clone, I thought it had dates on here. Yeah, one. It's weird. Yeah, packaged 0419. I think that's the time though. I'm pretty sure it was at the beginning of the year, so a little over a month old. This has been sitting in my refrigerator. I usually buy a 6-pack of it, and then that's it. So this one is from the first one that I tasted if you watched our 2018 version. So let's go ahead and get this in the glass. The real Hopslam comes in at 10% ABV, and mine finished at 8.33%. And talking to some of the viewers that have watched the Hopslam clone, one of the viewers, I won't say his name because he didn't say I could and I didn't ask, he also brewed this and he got 8.33% too. So I do think it was yeast. It wasn't a big enough starter. So the next time I make this, I will make a bigger starter because of such a high or higher ABV to start with. I think those yeast conked out, and that's why both of ours finished at the 8.33%. I could be wrong on his, but I think that's why mine did. So if we look at it, my head is starting to come down. Obviously, this is kegged. About 2.5 psi is what I keep all my beers at. I have like a creamier white small bubble head, where to me the actual Bell's beer is almost a off-white color. I'm starting to get some peaks, but the bubbles around the side are more like bubble wrap. They're spread apart, they're bigger, where mine are more like soap. They're nice and close. So let's look at the color. Color, golden, yellow color. They are very, very close together. To me, mine is a little cloudier. If you had both people or somebody look at both beers, didn't tell them what it was, I think they would think that the Hopslam clone is, or the Hopslam itself is a filtered beer, where mine isn't. But yeah, I can see through the actual Bell's Hopslam all the way. Nice bubbles coming up. Mine has bubbles too, but I can't see all the way through it. I couldn't tell there was a light on the other side. So let's go ahead and get a smell. We'll start with mine. To me, in mine, that it's this is a week after the first tasting of it. That sweet malt with some fruit and citrus is what I'm getting. Yeah, just a little bit of fruit. That sweet malt, that citrus is what I get most. Let's check the real one. More of a citrus pine smell in that one. I'm not really getting that sweet malt as I'm getting out of the clone. Yeah, Yeah, smelling them back to back, The real Hopslam, you get more of that citrus, that pine in there than you do the clone. Now, I'm going to say that citrus or that sweet malt is coming through because the yeast did not finish. Obviously, the yeast are eating the sugars that are drawn out from the grain, and if the yeast don't eat enough, you're going to get a sweeter beer, and I think that's what you're seeing in this one. For the smell, because I'm not a real big, malt person, I would go with the real Bell's Hopslam in this case. But let's go ahead and get a taste. We'll start with the clone. Okay, so again, just like in the smell, I'm getting more sweet malt with some citrus and a little bit of pine in the clone. In the real thing, you're getting a little bit of that malt with some citrus and pine, but in the back of this, you're getting alcohol. Like I can in the back of my throat, I can, it's a little warm from that alcohol. Yeah, the upfront sweet malt is in the clone with a little bit of citrus, maybe a hint of pine, but I'm not going to say that pine's there. I think it's the bitterness from the real thing and not this beer. Yeah, the real Hopslam I think has a little cleaner um, taste in it, but I do not like that alcohol in the back. I don't think the 2018 version is covered up enough for that alcohol, where the 2017 was covered up almost all the way, and you did get more of that citrus. Yeah. Um, I think for the taste of them, I would actually have to go with the clone. Even though there's a little bit more sweet malt left over in that, I think it's better than having that alcohol in the back. I just think as Bell should have covered that up more, and or maybe added more hops or something to cover that up. Because to me, as a home brewer, that's the last thing I want in the back is that alcohol to be present in there. I think mine's a little thicker also because there's more sugar in there. I wouldn't say it's syrup. It's probably medium, kind of pushing heavy, just over medium, where the Bell's is more clean, light to medium, almost to medium. Yeah, for the mouthfeel, I do think the Bell's Hop Slam is easier to drink, but and this is just because I had it. This the mouthfeel of the clone almost has the same mouthfeel as Short's Batch 8000, and that's a quad IPA. Like I can that sugar malt is what I'm getting out of this, where this isn't as thick, like I've been saying. Um, I'm definitely going to make this again. I want to drive that ABV up, so I want to get that yeast. I want to make a bigger yeast starter to see if that's what was or that's what happened to this one. Also, I do have some other people that are making this, and hopefully I can get some of their beer and I will do a side-by-side of all of them. One guy, he's shipping his to me soon. I will ship him some, so we'll have his, and maybe if I can get some of the other ones, we'll do 3 Hopslam clone review or something like that. But if anything, I don't know if you guys can tell, but the lacing on mine I think is better than the lacing on theirs. Like I said in the beginning, my head was more creamier, and it's showing in the lacing where the Bell's is bigger bubbles. Excuse me. So yeah, I think it's almost a draw. I think if you like that little bit of alcohol in the back, you'll probably go with the Bells. But if you don't like that alcohol and you like your IPAs to be a little bit sweeter, I think the Clone would be the one for you. Now, obviously, I'll drink all the Clone and get on to the next one. But we will be making another batch of this. So thank you for joining me today. And until next time, happy brewing.